Pro Evolution Soccer, PES. You maybe even knew ISS before that. This was a time, it was in days gone by, when football games, well, they were fun, where a game mode truly captured the imagination. And I loved it. It was the Master League. Now, if you're anything like me, you've probably spent ages tinkering with your Master League kits, painstakingly trying to create a Nike tick, or making tactical tweaks ready for a big game away at West Midlands Village or Merseyside Blue. And then there were the players, the gloriously default players that you started the game with. In goal you had the big Russian keeper Ivarov, or if you went back a few versions, Ivanov or Inarov. Their names kind of tweaked each time, but it didn't matter. You still knew who they were. You had in midfield the silky playmaker Minanda, a Portuguese lad. He could do anything with a football. At the back you had Veleni, hard as quick too. And then of course up front, Castolo, who's deadly in front of goal, a real star of the team. The Master League players, the default players at the start. Everyone you ask, anyone who played PES back in those days, they have their own favourite PES player. Mine was Dodo, a little Italian midfield ball winner. God, I love that man. So I was thinking, I would love to have those players back and get to play with them one more time, manage them, take them to success. And so I've put them into Football Manager 2020. That's right, I've gone and put Pro Evolution Soccer United, PES United, into the Premier League. I've gone and had a little play around in the editor, and I have created this database file that includes all of the PES Master League players, ready and playable for you. Everything you need is in the download links in the description below this video. If you want to go and have a go at doing this yourself as well, you can, for absolutely for free. So I've done all the hard work for you should you want to. I've gone in and I've put in all the players you're going to need. You've got your Ivarovs, you've got your backup keepers, Kelson, Zamahov, you've got your defenders, Jaric, Veleni, Stremmer, you've got your midfielders, Dodo, Ayuga, Cellini, you've got your wingers in Espimas and Jimenez, you've got your strikers, Castolo, Barota, Ordaz. They're all there. As many basically that as I could think of, I've gone and stuck into this file in this club. I've replaced Burnley in the Premier League, incidentally, and now you get to go and be PES United and see how you can get on with these Master League players. I've even gone as far as putting in some under 23 players and some under 18s as well, the likes of Stein and Chinalton, who you never know might have quite a bit of potential. I mean, you do know, I've just told you, they've got a lot of potential, they're very good. I've gone and put their photos in for you too. If you have a look, they have their own little player faces. If you want to use those, they're in the description in the download link too. If you want the badge, it's up there. It's down in the description as well for you. I've gone and put everything that I've wanted to put in the game to make this as an authentic as possible experience, as you know, a bit like a Master League, and it's all in there ready and available for you. If you want to go and have a go, please feel free to do so. I've even gone and stuck some kits in there as well for you. And what we're going to do in today's video is we're going to pick ourselves our side and we're going to play the first game of the season against Brighton. And then what I think I might do is holiday until the end of the season and see how this team full of our Master League default players, how they can get on in the Premier League for a season. I'm hoping they might be able to do a bit. They've got some really good players. Castolo, for example, well, as the main example, is the best player. He's really, really good. Look at that for great pace and pretty good finishing, but lovely flair and a nice bit of value for him as well. You've got Minanda behind him as the cam. Got a bit about him as well, look. They've got some good players. They've got some pretty nice young players. In true Master League style, though, you don't have a lot of options in terms of in terms of fullbacks. They like to play a 3 at the back, it seems. But there we go. This is what I've got ready for you to use if you want to have a go. We're going to play a game today, so I'm going to go and stick these players into a tactic. I'm going to go with a 3 at the back. The Master League always used to make you go with a 3 at the back. I don't really know why, but we're going to go for it anyway. I'll be back in a second when I've got this team together. Alright, so I've put the team together, and a bit like at the start of the Master League, back in the day on PES, it doesn't look great as a team, but you just know that this team has heart, and with the right tactics, you can still get success with them. At least that's what I'm hoping. In goal, we've gone for Ivarov. It was never really in doubt. He's the best keeper, it seems, at the club. And I might put him as a sweeper keeper instead. There we go. In front of him, I have gone with the back three, as I said. We've gone for Jaric, Stremmer, Veleni. Stremmer and Veleni, they picked themselves. Jaric, it was a toss-up, really, between him and Sesiu. In the end, I went for Jaric because of his free kick taking. If you know Jaric from the game, back on PES, he used to have beastly free kicks, so I've stuck them, I've given him beastly free kicks on the game too. So I'm going to go with him because I think he might, in case we get a free kick. In fact, that reminds me, let's make sure that he is actually on free kicks. While we're here, we're going to stick Castolo onto pens as well. So yeah, the team's going to be this. That's the back three. In front of that, a midfield four. We've got Jimenez and Espimas. They pretty much pick themselves on the wings, or as wide midfielders, actually. In the middle, I've gone for Ayuga. I think he's one of the better midfielders. Although we have got Cellini to choose from. I'm going to go with Dodo alongside him. Dodo, because he was one of my favourites on actual Master League back in the day. So we're going to go with him. Then we're going to go with Menanda in front of those. He's the captain. He's going to be pulling the strings, or at least I hope so, as an advanced playmaker. Barota, I've chosen ahead of Ordaz, mainly because of his role. I wanted him to be a deep lying forward here, so that's why he's in instead of Ordaz. It was kind of a toss-up between the two of those. And then, of course, Castolo up top. I have no idea how this team is going to do. I really don't, especially when you see things like this that says major issues, because we haven't really got anyone covering the right back, places. We could, I suppose, put these as defensive wingers. That might help it, but I don't want to do that. Espimas scores goals. He's like a Beckham in this team. Jimenez, like a less flashy version of Espimas, I've always found. If you know these players, you might be picturing them and thinking about how they used to play in Pro Evo. At least I am anyway. But yeah, that's going to be the team I'm going to get ourselves into our first game then. There's the Brighton lineup. They've gone for, it's kind of like an inverted version of ours. They've got three at the back with wing backs. We've got three at the back with wide midfielders, which is definitely not the meta. And I'm not even sure if this tactic's going to work. If it does, maybe I'm a tactical genius as well. I'm going to go assertive to start off there. Go out there and impress me. And yeah, it's a special day. We're going to attack from the off. Barota, what's he saying? Lacking a match fitness. Not a worry. Bernardo, yeah, whatever. Let's get ourselves underway. We're going to be on key highlights. Key will do. We'll leave it on key highlights and let's see what we can. There we are in our nice, lovely kits, by the way. 3D kits I've included as well. They are in the description alongside all the download links. Obviously, you don't need to use all the cosmetic stuff, but I've made it available should you want to give a little extra, level of realism. Anyway, they're on the attack and we are under pressure. It's Aaron Moy to Solly March. And it's gone. It's a good save by Ivarov. Anyway, here's Ayuga then on the attack for us. He's spread it out wide to Espimas, who crosses. Barota has given us a lead. Big header from Barota. Espimas with the Beckham cross in. We're 1-0 up against Brighton. Now, you love to see that. Ayuga with the pass out wide. Espimas picks it up. He's got the number 7 of. Right footed, he whips it in. That's a huge header. I'm not sure what the keeper is doing there. Who is in goal? Matt Ryan in goal for Brighton. Hang your head, son. Doesn't matter for us though. We're 1-0 up. We're in the lead. And this is a glorious start to the Master League. I mean the Premier League. We are in the Konami Stadium, by the way. I have added the Konami Stadium. You see there in all of its glory. 84,000 seater, which is apparently what it is. I looked it up. And I don't know whether we're going to be filling it yet as a PES United team. We'll have to have a look. Looks like there's a few fans in there, which is good to see as we go back to the keeper and clear it up. Barota picks it up though, and now Jaric. Can we launch an attack, or are we just gonna go back to the keeper? Espimas now though. Here he comes. Castolo. That's not a classic Castolo shot, you'd have to say. So you might want to go with just the default players for your season. As if you just started a Master League and you didn't get to bring any players. Usually though, you would bring in 1 or 2 transfers. So you might want to do that as well. You can bring in some real life players alongside your Master League team. Play it however you want, of course. That was a good half. Things are going well, but you're capable of even better 52,000 actually are in. That's not too bad as an attendance as Shane Duffy scores the equalising goal. I did think things were slightly too good. We've conceded straight away after half time. Pascal Gross whips it in. Shane Duffy gets up ahead of Fellaini and who's this guy here? Number 19. I don't know. I think it might be Barota. He scored a header at one end. Well, actually the same end. And he's been beaten in the air there. Bit of pressure from us to send them backwards. Can we nick this ball or is it going to be a Brighton attack? Looks like it's going to be a Brighton attack. It's Solly March down the left. Neil Mopay. Oh, he's hit the post. I was resigning myself to the fact that we were going to be 2-1 down there. It hit the post and we've got away with it. It must be time to start making some subs. I wonder, do we throw on the youngster Hoylands or do we go a bit more pragmatic and think about who we get on a bit more? Hang on a minute, Barota? Hang your head, son, he's missed. Let's go for Cellini coming on for... Let's put him on for Ayuga. I'm going to bring on Lieberman now. You may be thinking, what are you doing? Why are you bringing on a centre-back? I'll tell you why. I'll tell you for why. I had a little look at Lieberman and I remember him being tall. So, I've made him very tall. He's 6'9". So, if you want a giant at any point, bring on Lieberman. I'm going to hope he gets on the end of a set piece in the last 10 minutes and gets us a goal. I'm also going to throw on... Hoylands. We've got the big Lieberman giant on and we've got a set piece. Here it is. Castolo. Oh, it went to Castolo and Castolo headed it and the keeper made a save. It looks like it might end up as a draw then. Or maybe I'm speaking slightly too soon. Shane Duffy heads it over. It looks like it might end up as a draw to start off the season, which I think is fairly fair. Fairly fair. I don't think that's too bad. We'll take it. Not a bad start. Tell you what I'm going to do now. I'm going to holiday to the end of this season because I'm just curious how this team can do. How are they going to do after one season? And then I guess that'll be your challenge. Can you do better in your save? I mean, you should do. I'm just going to literally holiday till the end. But there we go. I'll be back at the end of this season. Well, I am back and I did get the sack. PES United then, I'm going to assume not so great in the Premier League this season. Let's have a look where they finished. Right, second bottom. They got themselves 28 points, which is not great. I'm going to assume then that there's a bit of work to be done on this team. Let's just have a look. So they finished second bottom. Villa went down with 21. They just missed out. It's 3 points in it. They did win their last game of the season though. They beat Manchester United 2-1. So I mean, there's a bit about this team, I suppose. If they can beat Manchester United, then there must be a little bit about, like, well, maybe that's not saying so much. It's going to be a bit of a challenge then. If you want to do well with this team, it might be a bit of a slow burner. There you can see Steven Gerrard is apparently the new manager of PES United. Not a sentence I thought I'd be saying. Got some okay results. I mean, they lost 2-0 to Bournemouth at home. Maybe not so much. Gerrard in as manager. They still finished 19th. There's a kind of look at the team they've been playing. They've moved to a back four. That might have been their downfall. They don't really have many fullbacks. I've added Ruskin as a decent little left back. Other than that, on the right hand side, you're looking mainly, I'm going to say, at Fellaini. Is Fellaini not playing then? Yeah, he's out injured. Oh, yeah, he's damaged his Achilles. He's been out for 4 months. That might be a problem for them. Yeah, you might need to recruit. You might need to think about really carefully about your tactics to make sure this team achieves something. I think you can do better than 19th, but you might have to think about it a little bit more than perhaps I first anticipated. You see, Castolo got himself 10 goals. Minander with 7. I mean, I'm looking at Espimas here. He got 0 goals and had 43 shots. That's not great from you, Espimas. And don't think they brought in anybody. No, there was no transfers or anything. So it's going to be a bit of a challenge. I wonder what their I don't know if I can see. What was their attendance like? So they had 45,000 in. So they're about half full of their stadium. If we look at Watford here, let's look at a big game. Liverpool at home, 61k. So you get decent attendances. It's going to be a bit of a work in progress then. I'm gonna hand it over to you guys. It is there for you to download. If you want to have a go with this PES United team with the PES Master League default players, just download. Down in the description it is there. And have a go. Let me know. Get in the comments now. Let me know if you're going to have a go at this. And tweet me. Find me on Twitter. All of my links and everything are also in the description. Let me know how you get on with this. If you are like me, a big fan of PES, or at least PES in the past, and you want to try out these players, I would love to hear how you get on. Can you avoid relegation? That'd be nice. But yeah, all of the download links, everything you need is down below, as I've said many times now. Before you do go, if you have enjoyed this as a process, I'm not asking for anything really, maybe just a little subscription to the channel, and maybe we can think about doing things like this again in the future. So hit the subscribe button, like the video, turn the bell on for notifications, and look out for future little endeavours like this. And yeah, I'm going to leave it at that for today. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you guys soon. See you later. Bye.